Welcome to GSF Weekly. My name is Alejandro Flores. Right now I'm here at Bellarmine College Preparatory School, and this week I had the opportunity to sit down with two Bells and a Lancer. I had the chance to talk to Reese, Kingston, and Nick, three athletes that we here at Get Sports Focus expect to have a big season. I hope you guys enjoy the interviews. Beautiful words, and it leads into my last question. What life lessons have you learned coaching these group of guys and really throughout your 40 years of coaching?
Patience. A lot of patience. If anybody knew who my father was, Tyrone Spencer, owned Spencer's Restaurant, Spencer's Jambalaya Rib Shop here in San Jose back in the late 80s, early 90s. That man taught me everything that I am today. And without him, see, now you had that strong question. It's right here. Yeah, it's right here. Yes, sir. They're showing it, and that's all I can ask them to do. Just keep bringing it.
Get Sports Focus. My name is Alejandro Flores, and I'm here with Chase Cahoon. Chase, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Now, you've had a busy offseason, man.
Definitely.
Multiple D1 offers, recovery from an ACL. How are you doing it all, man?
Overtime. Coach Romo, you know, he's been helping me out. Like ever since I got the surgery, I've been out here in crutches. He would just hand me the weights. He's been a big help for sure. You know, shout out to him. I love that guy. He's been a big help. My parents as well. They've been doing everything they can, help me with physical therapy, all that stuff. So just help me with this process, and yeah.
That's awesome. Shout out to Coach Romo again, letting us use the facility here for this interview. Now, a big thing I want to start off with, the D1 offers. You've gotten offers from Washington, from San Jose State. I mean, multiple schools that are looking at you. How's that recognition feel? Especially, you're just barely going to your junior year.
For sure, yeah. It feels awesome. It definitely feels deserved, but I also feel more hungry, you know, because you see these kids, they just.
Man, that leg is gold. Cowboy kicker.
Yep.
Now, I got to give you some of my experience. Back when I played, I had to do a pooch punt, right? Because we already had, we wanted to be good. So
yeah.
we just did a pooch punt on fourth down. My punt went backwards into the DB's hand and he ran it back for a touchdown. So I do have to say, it ain't as easy as you make it look.
It's
Can you
definitely
show
not.
me a punt?
Yes.
Show me how you do it?
So when I punt, so if the ball's on the 15-yard line. So I'll put my heels at 14 yards about right here. I'll put my right heel right here.
Free now, right?
Yeah.
And you talk about what you want to do after. First of all, congratulations on that. What an amazing journey.
I appreciate it.
And you talked about how you still, even after, you want to help other people, you want to be a motivational factor for people who are battling with cancer. Can you talk a little bit more about that and what you want to do now in the future?
Yeah, of course. So, you know, one thing you learn, I guess, well, I hope you don't, but I think one thing I learned while I was there was that it really separates you from everyone else, or just from like everyday life, just having cancer or going through something similar. And that the only way I'd really get true motivation and experience was from people who had gone through similar things. Like I read James Conner's book, who went through Hodgkin's lymphoma, and it's, you know, I read that book and like I started tearing up. And it's like, you know, you don't get that.
And now with 15 seconds left in the half, Fuyaba to Clark. And that sets up what is now going to be an incredible touchdown grab from Madden Williams up in the left corner of the end zone. Fuyaba putting it on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. And Williams comes down with it with 2 seconds left in the half. Bosco goes into the second half leading 28-10. Following with under 5 minutes to go, Brenton Gacious keeps the read option, has open space, and turns on the afterburners. Gacious is gone and puts this game on ice. 25-7 with Santa Teresa going into Milpitas and showing dominance now 2-0 on the year. Now the Mustangs can't do anything with the ball in the next possession, but the Cougars can. Jackson acquires the launch codes and sends it deep to Matthew Bowles for a 46-yard touchdown pass, making it 26-0 with under 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Following the punt on 2nd and 10, they give the ball to Lolo Mataele. The running back from EPA makes a big-time hurdle and breaks it all the way to the end zone. a 69-yard touchdown run, making it a 21-7 game with 5:54 left to go in the second. And the sophomore running back is putting the pressure on the Owls. Following an Owls 3-and-out, the Bulldogs in first and goal. Another pass to KB Boone Nelson. The wide receiver from Rockland has his second touchdown of the day, and that makes it a 28-7 game.
Hard to beat a team a second time. When you already have film on them, how they approach you from the first game, you know, there's bound to be adjustments. So this is going to be the toughest game for Chapman. After that, it's a clear shot on a senior night versus a Laverne team that's been struggling. This is the week coming up right here.
Absolutely.
Now that they set themselves up, they're playing a team that they beat once already and a team that wants to beat them. They don't want to lose to them again. So this is going to be a huge setup to see how they do this. But also worth mentioning, Luke Peterman, now this is going to be a second game. He's going to have a little bit more time with his receivers. Let's see how he comes out, because in the end too, Luke is only going to get better as time progresses, as he gets more reps, as he knows his receivers, as he knows the offense and feels comfortable. And this is a great first game for them.
UMass Athenas are legitimately an incredibly powerful volleyball team.
Well, and it's a, when you beat the Laverne Leopards, who also had some incredible height this year, they had someone on the team who was standing at 6'4", you know, and above. That's a lot of, that's hard to deal with. And you have a team that can adapt like the Athenas to something like that and end up getting the win in the Sky Championship game. That is a huge testament to what this team is. And the Athenas, what they have is depth. You know, when you have a set and it could go on all the way to you first won to 25, and volleyball being such a physical sport, right? You're diving for the ball, you're trying to jump up, consistently jumping up. I know what it's like to keep doing jump squats. That's not fun. So you're going to keep doing that for a full set. You can't. It's just impossible. So when you have people who can sub in and still play at a high level, but also play differently than the people they just subbed in for. So it's a little bit different a game plan.
You want to talk?
What's up, Kids North Focus? I'm here with Kobe Shabazz. First of all, player of the game today. What a fantastic performance you had. I want to talk to you specifically about the connection you have with your quarterback to be successful in this moment. What leads to that throughout the whole entire year?
The extra hours, the work that we put in. Me and him got chemistry. We're building chemistry. This is our second year together, and we putting in the work.
Now I want to talk to you as a sophomore. This experience, already going to the state championship, how does it feel?
It feels good, but the job's not finished. I don't want to go. I want to win it.
Sounds good. And as a sophomore, how have you felt like you learned more about the game of football and improved on your game this year on varsity?
My coaches really helped me. I give it to my coaches. They made me see the football from two different angles. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I put that on my coaches. They're really good people. They know what they're talking about, so they help me every day.
I think you explained it perfectly.
About the quarterback position, right? Most of the time when it's a rain game, they write you guys off, you know, unable to throw down the field. But that's exactly what you did on that final drive and really throughout the entire game. So how do you make sure you keep your grip on the football and also stay composed during this weather?
It's definitely hard. We worked wet ball drill all week, but I'm just really going to give my props to the receivers. You know, it's hard to, I'm not throwing spirals, it's coming out sideways and they're making plays. On the last drive, I underthrew my guy by like 10, 12 yards and he came back and made a play. It's just really, they're where we start, and they've been playing a hell of a year, so I'm just proud of them too.
Now, Soren, you guys are a championship team, first time since 2013 where this team did it on this same field. But what's different about this championship team right here? What makes you guys so special?
I think we just have fight. You know, we were down most of the game. And we've seen it throughout the season. We've been down, but we keep clawing back, and this game's not over with this team until the clock hits 0.
There was a big moment where Sarah had a long drive. They took off 7 minutes off the clock. And, you know, that could cause something for an offense to gain, like, rust, you know, get out of rhythm. So how did you guys on the sidelines make sure you guys stayed tuned in and ready to go? Because then on that next drive, you guys scored down and got a touchdown again.
We just keep it going. Yeah, that's Dutch. We just stay locked in on the sideline. We stay on our iPads, stay talking to coaches, and doing all that makes the time fly. So we honestly didn't notice how long the drive was. We were just getting ready for the next drive. And then we only had 50 seconds, and we knew what we had to do. We knew we had to execute. Coach Lowe works.
I want to ask you, too, because you play two ways, both on the defensive side as well. They made a lot of adjustments, switching from wing tee to spread. How did you guys adjust as well to counter that?
Honestly, just trusting our coaches, trusting what they told us at halftime, just honestly play together. That's all.
That's amazing. Hey, Jalen Malcolm, the game MVP. Yeah! Hey, and your Santa Teresa Saints now 2-0 on the year. All right, well, hold on. We're on a manhunt right now. We're on a manhunt for the MVP. It's the first time I've had to do something like this. I've had to search around. All right, we've been searching the entire field. We finally found Nano. I don't know why I'm speaking Australian like I'm a hunter right now, trying to find a target. But we found Nano. We found Latu. I see him. Yep. Oh, he's already ready. He's enjoying his senior night. So we're gonna make sure he takes a picture with his fam first, and then we're gonna dive in. Hey, we've been trying to look.